Understanding computer components and operations. Computer system is a combination of all the components required to process and store data using a computer. Every computer system is composed of multiple pieces of hardware and software. Hardware is the equipment or the physical devices associated with a computer. For example, keyboards, mouse, speakers, and printers are all hardware. The devices are manufactured differently for large mainframe computers, smaller laptops, and even smaller computers that are embedded into products such as cars and thermostats. However, the types of operations performed by different size computers are very similar. When you think of a computer, you often think of its physical components first, but for a computer to be useful, it needs more than devices. A computer needs to be given instructions, just as your stereo equipment does not do much until you provide music. Computer hardware needs instructions that control how and when data items are input, how they are processed, and the form in which they are output or stored. Software describes computer instructions that tell the hardware what to do. Software is programs, which are instruction sets written by programmers. You can buy programs written by others that are stored on a disk or that you download from the web. For example, businesses use word processing and accounting programs, and casual computer users enjoy programs that play music and games. Alternatively, you can write your own programs. Writing software instructions is programming. Software can be classified into two broad types. One, the application software and the system software. Application software comprises all the programs you apply to a task. Word processing programs, spreadsheets, payroll and inventory programs, and even games. While system software comprises the programs that you use to manage your computer, including operating systems such as Windows and Linux. Together, computer hardware and software accomplish three major operations in most programs. These are input, processing, and output. Input are data items enter the computer system that are placed in computer memory, which is a computer's temporary internal storage. Hardware devices that perform input operations include keyboards and mice. Data items include all the text, numbers, and other raw material that are entered into and processed by a computer. In business, many of the data items used are facts and figures about such entities as products, customers, and personnel. However, data can also include items such as images, sounds, and users' mouse movements. Processing. Processing data items may involve organizing or sorting them, checking them for accuracy, or performing calculations with them. Processing converts input data that has been stored in memory into information suitable for output. The hardware component that performs these types of tasks is the Central Processing Unit or CPU. Output. After data items have been processed, the resulting information usually is sent to a printer, monitor, or some other output device so people can view, interpret, and use the results. Programming professionals often use the term data or input items but use the term information for data that has been processed and output. Sometimes, you place output on storage devices, such as disk or flash media. People cannot read data directly from these storage devices, but the devices hold information for later retrieval. When you send output to a storage device, sometimes it is used later as input for another program. You write computer instructions in a computer programming language, such as Visual Basic, C#, C++, or Java. Just as some people speak English and others speak Japanese, programmers also write programs in different languages. Some programmers work exclusively in one language, whereas others know several and use the one that seems most appropriate for the task at hand. The instructions you write in a programming language are program code. When you write these instructions, you are coding the program.